Good day, everyone. So, our topic this day is all about determinants, its properties. So, particularly, our subtopics will be all about reviewing the determinants, its minors, and as well as its cofactors. So, if you have remembered, the definition of a determinant is given by this one. So, we have the A1, B2, C3, A2, B3, C1, and so on and so forth. So if we are going to rearrange the formula and distribute, then we can get the following. Okay, we have the A2. So if we are going to rearrange this one, as you can see, since the A1 here is common, A1 here as well as the A2 and so on and so forth. So by the way, if you have forgotten this one, what we did during the discussion was we made this as our pivot, right? But in reality, in other books, we can also determine the same answer even using the different row or the different pivot. Let's say, for example, we will have this one, we would still arrive with the same determinant no matter what row or what column would it be. It does not matter. Okay, so remember that one. So continuing, so we have here the A1, A2, as you can see, because this is his pivot element. So we have the A1, A2, A3. So we have the A1. So once we cover that A1 there, so 2 by 2 matrix will be formed here, B2, C3, which is this one, and we have the C2, B3, just like that one. So just like what I told you during our discussion, the sign here would be like plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, and plus. So if you have observed, we have the alternating signs here. We will be discussing thoroughly this one later. Alright, let's proceed with the next one. So we will be arriving with this one. So we have this A1, A2, A3, and notice that the signs there are plus, minus, and plus. Okay, and we need to determine the determinant for the 2 by 2 matrix there given by B2C2, B3C3, and so on and so forth. So this method is an alternative or an equivalent way to find the determinant for matrix. We call this method as by what? Can you guess what is it? Of course, this is called the method of expansion because we are trying to divide the 3 by 3 matrix into different one. And there are many types of determining a determinant. So this is the method of expansion by minors. So these are our um, we're trying to determine what are our minors be. So that is why it's called the minors. Then when we say minor, it is an element. The minor of an element in a determinant is the determinant resulting in the deletion of the row and column. So as you can see, the minor there is the answer. Okay, the answer because we deleted the certain row and the certain column. So the answer there is called the minor. Okay, so the minor there. Okay, so let's say for example, given the determinant, this one, we need to find the minor of 4. So in finding the minor of 4, okay, so this is our first column and this is our first row. So for our minor there, our minor of 4, so we will have 5, negative 2, we have the 8, 0. Okay, so we have there, we have 5 times 0 minus 8 times negative 2. Okay, So we have 0 and we have positive 16. So which means the minor of 4 is 16. So in the second one, let us try to find out the minor of 2. So this is the 2. So this is the first column and the second row. So what's left will be 3, negative 9, 8, and 0. Alright. So we have 3 times 0 minus 8 times negative 9, which would give us 27. So the minor of 2 is 27. Alright. So now let's proceed with the expansion by minors. So we need to determine, of course, which column or row would we be expanding. And then remember that the sign of the terms should be into this one: plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus. So if in finding the determinant of a 3 by 3 matrix, if you will choose the first row, then we will be following the plus, minus, plus sign. Okay, but if we are going to choose the first column, then still it would be plus, minus, plus, okay, in the order of operation in finding the determinants. But take note, if you are going to choose the second row, okay, the sign that we would be using would be negative, positive, and negative, okay, for the operation in finding the determinants. Okay, remember that one. So once we know what would the sign be, okay, then it is very easy to follow what would our next step be. Okay, so lay out the terms in the blank second order and determine with the correct signs, and that would be it. So let's say, for example, let us evaluate the determinant using expansion by minors using row 3. Okay, it says here row 3. So this is the row 3. So we will be using that one. So if you have remembered, the sign there is plus, minus, and we have plus. Okay, so let's do this. So let's start with negative 4. Okay, so we have negative 4, and then what's left for our determinant would be the 1, 7, 6, and 0. Okay, and then we have the minus sign here for the 3. So for the 3, that belongs to the third row and the second column. So what's left, that would be, we have 3, and then we have 2, 7, negative 5, and we have 0. And then we also have the plus sign. Okay, remember the sign plus, minus, plus. So we have positive 1. Positive 1. So we are going to highlight the third row and the third column. So what's left there, that would be our matrix: 2, 1, negative 5, and 6. Okay, so now the minor of negative 4. Okay, let's try. So we have 0 times 1, we have 0. 6 times 7 is 42, so 0 minus 42. And then we have negative 3. 2 times 0, that is 0, minus negative 5 times 7, that is negative 35. Alright, and then we have plus 1. 2 times 6, that is 12, minus negative 5, that will give us plus 5. Okay, so remember guys, this one, beside the negative 4, that is our minor. So our minor for negative 4 is negative 42. And our minor for the 3, there is positive 35. And our minor for the 1 is 17. 17. Okay, so doing the operation, we would arrive with the answer of, wait, let me compute this one, plus 17, determinant of 80. So that would be our answer using the third row. And remember, no matter what row would you be using or column, you would still arrive with the same determinant. Alright? So yeah, you can have that one and leave the answer to the comment section. Okay, what is your answer for the number 2? Using column 2 as your pivot. Okay, now if you are not given with a row or column to expand by, you need to choose the row or column with the most blank to make it easier. What do you think would be the answer here? What row or column with the most zeros? Of course, because that is very easy. Okay, remember, if 0, one of your whatever your minor be, if your pivot element would be 0, then it would be 0 no matter what. So that would make it very easy, right? And we can also expand by minors for larger order determinants as well as using the same process. Now let's proceed with our last topic, the matrix minor and cofactor. So let A be an n by n matrix, the ij minor of A denoted by aij. So remember this one, guys. We have the I, we have the comma there, and j. So that would determine the minor of A. So that is way different from before, which is A11. Okay, the first row, first column. So this is way different because we have a comma here. And with that, you need to remember that that denotes a minor. Okay, so it is a determinant of n by n minus 1 by n minus 1 matrix. Okay, which is formed by deleting the ith row and the jth column. And you need to remember this one, guys. The cofactor of A is given by C sub ij equals -1 to the power of I plus j A sub I comma j. That is our minor. Okay, so let's start. Find A13 and its cofactor. So which means we need to determine the minor of A13 and its cofactor. So let's start. Let's have the minor first. So A13, that is the first row and the third column. Okay, let's highlight that one. So the first row and the third column. Okay, so which means it is asking us to look for the minor of 3. So in looking for the minor of 3, minor, so we have there 4, 5, 7, 8. Okay, so which minor of 3? Okay, so that would give us 4 times 8 minus 5 times 7, which is 32, minus 35, which is -3. So that is the minor of A13. Next, let us compute for the cofactor. Okay, the cofactor. So the cofactor of 1, 3. Okay, so this is -1. Okay, -1 to the power of I plus j. Remember, our I is 1, which was determined by this one, the one that is our I, and our j is the one beside it, which is 3. So we have -1 to the power of 1 plus 3, and we have the aij, that is our minor. Our minor there is -3. So it is very easy to find the cofactor once you have found what the minor is. So we have -1 to the power of 4, and then we have -3. And negative 1 to the power of 4, that would give us 1. So 1 times negative 3, that is negative 3, which means the cofactor of 1, 3 is negative 3. So these are our answer, guys. So remember, for finding the minor, we need to name it according to the name of its matrix. But the cofactor is C. It's directly C. And the subscripts there is the I and the J, which is given, or which is the one that we are trying to look out for. So how about this one, guys? Can you try to figure out what is the minor and the cofactor? You can pause this one right now. Okay, and I assume that you are done. So let us try determining its minor. So the minor of A32. So let's try to figure out where is that A32. So we have the third row, the 3, and the column 2. So that gives us 8. So the A32 of 8. So we have the minor of 8. So we have there the 1, 3, and 4, 6. Okay, so that will give us 6 times 1 minus 4 times 3. That is 6 minus 12, and of course that is negative 6. So we have our minor for A32, or if it is not named, you can just say minor of 8. So minor of 8 is equal to negative 6, just like that one. Yes, it is not named, but in this situation, since it is named as matrix A, then we will have A32. Next, let us try to figure out what is the cofactor. The cofactor of 32 is negative 1 to the power of I plus j. Our I is 3 and our j is 2. Then we have our minor, which is negative 6. So we have negative 1 to the power of 5. And then we have times negative 6. The negative 1 to the power of 5, that would still give us the negative answer, the negative 1. And multiplied with the negative 6, it would now become positive 6. So that is the cofactor. So hope this lesson is easy and quite understandable for you. So that's it. See you in our next video.